Howdy friends and family, thank you so much for joining me. This is day 30 in the series I'm doing called In the Midst, and we finished up part 4 looking at love last time from the definition we get in 1 Corinthians 13, and today we are starting on part 5, which is looking at faith and faithfulness. And last time we specifically looked at how love never fails, but today we are actually looking at another reassurance that we get from the character of God, and that is that God is faithful. And so the Greek word for faithful that is used in the New Testament pretty straightforwardly means faithful. And so we are instead going to look at the English definition for the word faithful, which is steadfast in affection or allegiance, loyal, firm in adherence to promises or in observance of duty, conscientious. And so we get this meaning of seeing a God who constantly loves us and constantly keeps his promises without fail. He is faithful because he fulfills his duty and firmly, constantly keeps his promises. And so we see this a lot throughout the Bible. So we're going to take a look at a couple different passages to see what this talks about, what we can glean from this. Hebrews 10 verse 23 says, "Let us hold on to the confession of our hope without wavering, since he who promised is faithful." So a faithful person is going to keep their promises. And we see here that we are able to have hope because he keeps his promises. Because our God is faithful, we can hope in what he has promised. 2 Thessalonians 3:3 says, "But the Lord is faithful. He will strengthen and guard you from the evil one." He is faithful. His love for you is never ending. And so he will strengthen you in preparation for when the evil one comes after you. He is faithful to keep this promise that he will strengthen you. And then Isaiah 43 verses 1 through 3a from the Voice version of the Bible says, "Remember who created you, O Jacob, who shaped you, O Israel. See, you have nothing to fear. I who made you will take you back. I have chosen you, named you as my own. When you face stormy seas, I will be there with you with endurance and calm. You will not be engulfed in raging rivers. If it seems like you're walking through fire with flames licking at your limbs, keep going. You won't be burned. Because I, the Eternal One, am your God. I am the Holy One of Israel, and I will save you." God is with us when we are in the midst, whether that is happy times, sad times, just plain out terrible times, anything, whatever you are walking through. God is with you. When you face stormy seas, he will be there with you. And because of that, you can keep going. Even if it's hard, you might still feel like you're walking through fire, but he tells us to keep going because he is with us and he will save us. The last passage I want to read also comes from Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10, which says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. I will help you. I will hold on to you with my righteous right hand." We don't have to be afraid of what is to come or of what we're going through because God is with us. He is faithful in his love to us, faithful in his promises to us. And one of those promises is that he will constantly be with us and constantly strengthen us. He will not walk away from you. We can turn and walk away from him, but he will never walk away from you. He is faithful to stay by your side. So be reassured this week knowing that God is faithful, that you are not alone in what you are walking through. He is right there walking through the fire with you, strengthening you and preparing you so that when the devil comes after you, you will be ready. If you're memorizing 1 John 3:18, this is your reminder to do that. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.